Who do you think wins, Steve?
I mean, I can say I think 28-25 New England, but I can also see the Rams winning as well, just because they have made some adjustments that we've never seen a team make. Kansas City didn't make them, but the Rams have made those adjustments, and they have done it in the middle of the season after some losses that we generally don't see an offensive dominant team make adjustments.
What do you think is going to be the key for Super Bowl 53?
Steve talked about it in the show that Shaun, you're going to have Shaun O'Hara here on. He's my buddy on Playbook, which I really enjoy doing for the network because it really is X's and O's.
Yep.
It draws me back into the film. I haven't for a long time, like I have now for Playbook, where on Mondays and Tuesdays, I mean, I get every game. And I've got it on the computer that I see sideline, end zone, and so it kind of draws me back into all of the games that I can look at and say, well, what's making the difference here? And when you go back and look at the tape the way I have, the matchup, L.A. matches up very, very well across the board in virtually every aspect, that if you want to look at it just from a technical standpoint, from an X and O standpoint, you can see the matchups that, boy, L.A.'s got a chance here. L.A.'s got a chance here, whether it's the defensive line in that interior with Sue and Donald. The back end, I think, can match up in a different way than they did with Kansas City. Not like anybody can match up with Tyreek Hill, but I think the talents of Peters and Talib match up pretty good with the style of the passing game that Brady has. Offensively, what they can do, their ability to run the ball, I think we're going to see a good, solid run effort, not only from C.J. Anderson, but Gurley's pretty good, and particularly out of the backfield as well. So everything matches up. But because of what we just talked about earlier, I mean, I grew up in L.A., and I grew up a Rams fan. And I can sit here and give you a dozen reasons why my Rams, I've got a lot of good friends that John Fossil coached for me in Baltimore. He's, I think, the best special teams coach in the league and could make the difference. That's a very good matchup.
Sure.
Jed Fish is on there as well, was with me in Baltimore. So I got a lot of reasons to pull for the Rams, and I am. And they're going to win. But if you want me to put money on it, no, I'm going with the Patriots. And no, because I'm tired of getting beat up. And every time I go, I find a reason not to go with Brady and Belichick. It costs you every time.
Well, I mean, the way you talked about being from Los Angeles and rooting for the Rams, you sound like a referee from the NFC Championship game, Brian.
Here we go.
I mean, because that's
so you're part of this conspiracy theory, huh?
I am not. I think it's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard, honestly. So you think the Patriots win, though? Deep down, Shaun O'Hara. Yes?
I think they win. Another one, which is unbelievable.
6-3.
I think that they win this game.
Who knows?
Tom Brady starts etching into possibly the best athlete
ever. Any sport.
All sport.
Still, we talk about the GOAT, but if few of those wins, the GOAT was not even on the field. Seattle game could have went another direction. The Atlanta game could have went another direction.
But
you got teams who played themselves into a loss.
But when you look at that Seattle game, that was the #1 defense in the NFL. And at the end of the game, they were down, 14 points, 10 points? Right. Brady, on back-to-back drives, shredded the #1 defense.
Yeah.
To put them in position to win that game. They had the lead there.
Yeah. I still cannot believe they did not give the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
That's what I'm saying.
Neither can he.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.